Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to our live session here in Casa Spanish. Good to see you all. My name is Carlos, if you didn't know me, and I'm a Spanish as a foreign language teacher. So today we're going to have a session in the evening here in the UK because, I decided to switch it a bit in order to give some of the other students opportunity to come to these live sessions. So welcome. Good to see you, everyone. Today, actually, we're going to cover a bit of grammar. We're going to see the comparatives, the rules, and also the types of comparatives we have in Spanish. This is super useful because it is quite common actually to compare nouns or objects. So that's what we're going to do today, a bit of grammar, and we're going to start right away. So as I said, tonight we're going to cover comparatives. And we're going to start with the types of comparatives we have in Spanish. So what kind of comparatives do we have? Okay, we have three types: superioridad, superiority. We also have inferioridad and igualdad or equality. So these are the three we're going to be analyzing. Let's start revising superioridad, superiority. We're going to have three components in the structure in order to express superiority. We're going to have the adverb más plus an adjective plus the pronoun que. Right. For example, here we have two animals, and of course, we're going to be talking about velocidad or speed. El chita es más rápido que la liebre. El chita es más rápido que la liebre. So you can see the structure: más, the adjective rápido, and then the pronoun que, and then the two subjects we are comparing. In this case, el chita and la liebre, the hare. The cheetah is faster than the hare. Now, what about if we have two cheetahs instead of one? What will happen here? So basically, there is a small change that we need to add here. Los cheetahs son más rápidos que la liebre. So this is the tricky part, I would say, in comparatives in Spanish, that the adjective has to agree with the subject, with the object that we are comparing. In this case, cheetahs is plural. So we have to add that S at the very end. This is what we need to be aware about actually when we compare. Why? Because in English, I mean, when you say fast, you have you compare the adjectives and you say faster. In Spanish, we don't have that. We're literally saying the cheetahs are more fast than the hare. So in terms of the structure and the rule, it's not that complicated, but that is the part that you have to be careful about: the agreement between the adjective and the noun. For example, in this case we have la liebre es más pequeña que el chita. So we are agreeing not only number, but we are agreeing gender as well, as you can see. La liebre es más pequeña que el chita. Okay? So you remember that I'm going to try to trick you in the quiz with this. So have that in mind. Now, this is superiority. That's covered. Let's go to inferiority. We have two objects here: menos plus an adjective plus que. So basically the structure is the same. Menos, less, plus an adjective plus pronoun que. La torre de Pisa es menos alta que la Torre Eiffel. So alta, because we are agreeing with la torre, which is feminine and singular. La Torre de Pisa es menos alta que la Torre Eiffel. There you have it. And now let's talk about equality. Here we're going to use tan. Tan plus an adjective plus como. That's a bit of a typo there. So it should be como. Example. La casa amarilla es tan grande como la casa verde. Right? La casa amarilla es tan grande como la casa verde. The yellow house is as big as the greenhouse. So, if you take it word by word, it works, because in Spanish, actually, it's kind of like the same structure of 3 words. So as big as, if you think about it that way, you will succeed. Again, you just have to be careful about that adjective. Grande, in this case, because it's a word, it's an adjective ending in e, it doesn't matter whether it's feminine or masculine. You would just respect it and keep it that way. Okay, so this is in terms of structure. Now, guys, if you want to come back, and see these rules, I'm going to give you the link to the website so you can go and check the rules on your own. Moving on, let's go. We have irregular comparatives, because if it wasn't Spanish, I mean, if we didn't have exceptions, it wouldn't be Spanish, of course. And I want us to focus on 2 irregular comparatives. Bueno, the first one. Example, el té es mejor que el café. Tea is better than coffee in this example. Now, inferiority. El té no es tan bueno como el café. Okay, so be careful with that como. El té no es tan bueno como el café. Tea is not as good as coffee. That's what we're saying. And igualdad, equality. El té es tan bueno como el café. Tea is as good as coffee. So bueno would be the same adjective for inferiority and equality. But for superiority, we're going to say mejor, such as the better in English. Right. So that is the irregular comparative for bueno. And the second irregular is for malo, the opposite. So in this case, we're going to say un resfriado es peor que una tos. A cold is worse than a cough. Un resfriado no es tan malo como una tos. So same structure as before, we respected. A cold is not as bad as a cough. Un resfriado es tan malo como una tos. A cold is as bad as a cough. That's it. So this is the structure. You should know it. You have the link. If you have any doubts in our quiz, you can go back, see the rules, and give me your answer. Now, here is what you will find if you click on the link. So go ahead. Now, for the quiz, remember, I will be asking questions and you can type your answers in the chat. So answers are really important because, you can interact, you can revise, and you can practice basically the structures. Or you can also say hello, just to say hello. That's nice as well. And for this quiz, we're gonna revise the correct use of comparatives, the correct agreement with the subject. So I'm highlighting this because this is what it's gonna come up a lot during the quiz. And also the correct pronunciation. Okay, let's start with our first question. So, first one, very straightforward. ¿Correcto o incorrecto? Elena es más grande que Pablo. Elena es más grande que Pablo. So, guys, what do you think? ¿Correcto o incorrecto? What do we have? ¿Correcto o incorrecto? En este caso, la respuesta, the answer would be correcto. Elena es más grande que Pablo. Now, grande, let me see. Jim, very good. Correcto. Excelente, Jim. Grande is interesting because, it's big, but it really depends also on the context because in Spanish, grande could mean tall as well. Someone is taller than someone, but we also use it for the age. Someone is older than another person. So Elena es más grande que Pablo. We could be talking about the age, or we could be talking about the height. So just have that in mind. Tom, hola Tom, good to see you. Correcto, muy bien. And Sandra, hello Sandra, correcto as well. Excellent. So that is correct. Moving on. Completa la frase. Una bicicleta es menos que un coche. 3 options. Una bicicleta es menos lenta que un coche. Una bicicleta es menos rápida que un coche. Una bicicleta es menos caro que un coche. What do you guys think? You can give me the letter or you can give me the whole word, whatever you choose, it's fine. Hola, Tom. Yes, good to see you again. What do we have? Rápida. Excelente. Esta es nuestra respuesta. This is our answer. Una bicicleta es menos rápida que un coche. Tenemos a Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn. Good to see you. Thank you for your answer. Excellent. Muy bien. Entonces, una bicicleta es menos rápida que un coche. Next one. ¿Correcto o incorrecto? Hay más naranjas que manzanas. Hay más naranjas que manzanas. Remember that I being the verb haber. So it's the verb we use in Spanish for there is or there are. Hay más naranjas que manzanas. So, 2 options, correcto o incorrecto. What do we have? Jim is betting for incorrecto. Sandra is betting for incorrecto. And the answer is incorrecto. Muy bien, Lawrence. Excelente. Muy bien, Tom. Incorrecto. Perfecto, chicos. We have 2 options here, right? We can say hay menos naranjas que manzanas o hay más manzanas que naranjas. In this case, we're using a noun, not an adjective, but I just wanted to show you that the structure actually, it is the same, but we're using that I. Muy bien, excelente. 4. Completa la frase. La playa es tan como la montaña. 3 options. La playa es tan relajante como la montaña. La playa es tan extraño como la montaña. O la playa es tan lejos como la montaña. Interesting. What would you say is the answer in this one? La playa es tan relajante como la montaña. O maybe la playa es tan extraño como la montaña. Oh, we have a first answer. Sandra. Sandra is betting for relajante. Lawrence is betting for lejos. We have a lejos. Tom for relajante. Jim for relajante. Oh, Lawrence, good. I like that you correct that one. Lejos. In this case, the answer, guys, is relajante. I put actually lejos on purpose because it could be, it's as far as the mountain. However, the key for it not to be lejos is the verb, because lejos implies, location. So for that we would use the está. Está tan lejos como la montaña. In that case, you would use lejos. But in this case, is relajante, relaxing. We are describing. Muy bien. Excelente, Jim. That is the reason, because lejos needs the verb estar, because it's location. Good. Hello, Barry. Good to see you. Relajante. Muy bien. That is the answer. So, very good, guys. Relajante. Okay, let's move on to number 5. Let's see what we have. Oh, yeah. And relajante, before we move to number 5, remember the adjectives ending in e. So it doesn't matter whether it's a man or woman. I mean, it's a neutral adjective. So relajante, grande, elegante, interesante, terrible, horrible. So those are neutral. They wouldn't change whether it's masculine or feminine. Good. Number 5. Correcto o incorrecto. Mis perros son más agresivos que mis gatos. Mis perros son más agresivos que mis gatos. What do you guys think? Whether it's correcto, incorrecto, and if you even want to correct it, I mean, why not? Go ahead. What is the correct answer? We are betting for Tom is saying incorrecto, Jim incorrecto, and that is right. This is incorrecto. And the mistake is in that agresivo, right? And that's what we said before. Muy bien. Agresivos. Because of the plural. Very good, Jim. Very good, Tom. Agresivos. So that is the correct answer. Mis perros son más agresivos que mis gatos. Muy bien. Continuamos. Number 6. Completa la frase. Las rentas en Londres son más que en Madrid. Las rentas en Londres son más caro que en Madrid. Las rentas en Londres son más caros que en Madrid. Las rentas en Londres son más caras que en Madrid. And that is our answer. Muy bien, Jim. Caras. Tom, excelente. Son más caras. That is our answer, guys. Las rentas en Londres son más caras que en Madrid. No hay problema. Continuamos. 7. ¿Correcto o incorrecto? Tomar agua es más bueno para la salud que beber sodas. Tomar agua es más bueno para la salud que beber sodas. Interesting. What do you guys think? Tomar agua es más bueno para la salud que beber sodas. Jim is betting for incorrecto. Okay. Does anyone agree? Incorrecto, correcto? Actually, it is incorrecto. And the error is in más bueno, of course, our comparative. That has to be, tomar agua es mejor para la salud que beber sodas. Muy bien, Tom. That's the correct answer. And Jim correcting it, mejor. Muy bien. Excelente. Remember that if you use that mejor, you don't need to put that más anymore. So that más bueno transformed to mejor. So only mejor. Muy bien. 8. Completa la frase. El año 2019 fue que el 2020. El año 2019 fue que el 2020. So we are using our comparative, but talking about the past. Fue, it was. So the year 2019 was than 2020. I completely agree, and the answer is mejor. The year 2019 was definitely better than 2020. El año 2019 fue mejor que el 2020. Muy bien. Excelente, Carrie. Mejor. Ajá. Y Tom tenemos B, mejor. No hay problema. Continuamos. Número 9. ¿Correcto o incorrecto? Hay más hispanohablantes en Estados Unidos que en España. Hay más hispanohablantes en Estados Unidos que en España. So we're saying that there are more Spanish speakers in the United States than in Spain. Is this correct? I mean, grammatically, is this correct? Jim says yes, is correcto. What do you guys think? Hay más hispanohablantes en Estados Unidos que en España. Tommy saying correcto también. And guys, don't forget pronunciation, hispanohablantes. So that H silent, very important. And that is a very nice word, I think, to use. Hispanohablante, Spanish speakers. And you are all Spanish speakers as well. Carolyn, correcto. Carrie is betting for correcto. And the answer is correcto. Muy bien. Excelente. Hay más hispanohablantes en Estados Unidos que en España. And actually, this is true. There are more Spanish speakers in the US than in Spain. I know that is crazy, and I did a bit of a research, and I'm gonna give you the number. In Spain hay 47 millones de hablantes, de hispanohablantes. Ahora, en Estados Unidos hay aproximadamente 53 millones. Now, the interesting thing is that 41 million out of those 53 million, they're native speakers. And you have to add the bilingual speakers, the children of the people who speak Spanish as native speakers. So it's really interesting. So more people speak Spanish in the US than Spain. Good. Muy bien. Continuamos. 10. Veamos. Completa la frase. El castillo es tan como el jardín. And we have 3 options. El castillo es tan interesante como el jardín. El castillo es tan amable como el jardín. El castillo es tan feliz como el jardín. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? Jim is saying interesante. Do you guys agree? El castillo es tan interesante como el jardín. In this case, it is correct. That is correct. Interesante. El castillo es tan interesante como el jardín. Excelente, Tom. Buena respuesta. So as you can see, we cannot use amable. Amable is nice, but no as gentle. And feliz, happy, because castillo is an object. It's not an attribute that you would put in a castle. So yes, of course, Carrie, that is interesante. Very, very good. So, el castillo es tan interesante como el jardín. Excelente, chicos. Continuamos. ¿Correcto o incorrecto? La nueva película de ese director es más mala que la del año pasado. La nueva película de ese director es más mala que la del año pasado. So we're saying the new movie of that director is more bad in this case, or is worse, what we're trying to say, than last year's. Tenemos la nueva película de ese director es más mala que la del año pasado. Carolyn is saying that that is incorrect, incorrecto. Jim says is incorrecto, and good. Jim is giving us the answer is peor. Now, where are we going to place this peor? Here. So we don't say más mala or más malo, depending on the gender. We say peor. Así es. La nueva película de ese director es peor que la del año pasado. Esta es nuestra respuesta. Muy bien, Carrie. Incorrecto, because of course we have to use peor. Excelente. Muy bien, chicos. Continuamos. Número 12. I like this one. El rinoceronte es pesado, el hipopótamo. So here, guys, you don't have the options. I would like you to type down, the structure we talked about, depending on what we are comparing. So we are comparing el rinoceronte con el hipopótamo. Pesado means heavy. So that is our adjective. So what is the structure? El rinoceronte es pesado, el hipopótamo. We're talking about weight, pesado, heavy. They're the same. So what do we have? Tenemos Tom que nos dice tan pesado que. Carry más que, el rinoceronte es más pesado que el hipopótamo. And we have Jim saying el rinoceronte es tan pesado como el hipopótamo. Okay, good. Let's see the answer together. And the answer is, el rinoceronte es tan pesado como el hipopótamo. So I put you this because yes, that como tends to be forgotten because when we are using comparatives, whether it's superiority or inferiority, we're always using that que. It comes all the time. But sometimes we forget that we also have that como for equality. El rinoceronte es tan pesado como el hipopótamo. So, well done. Moving on, let's see. Ok, correcto o incorrecto. El chico moreno es tan fuerte como el chico castaño. Recuerden, remember, moreno means dark haired, like myself. Castaño means brown haired. So the dark haired guy, that's what we're saying. El chico moreno and el chico castaño, the brown haired guy. El chico moreno es tan fuerte como el chico castaño. ¿Qué piensan? So, fuerte, of course, our adjective for strong. El chico moreno es tan fuerte como el chico castaño. ¿Correcto o incorrecto? ¿Qué piensan en este caso? Veamos. Y la respuesta es incorrecto, chicos. In this case. El chico moreno es más fuerte que el chico castaño. And Jim is saying incorrecto físicamente, pero en su corazón. So maybe in his heart, maybe on the inside, he's stronger. The el chico castaño. It is possible. Yes, that's true. But let's focus on the physical part just tonight. In this case, it is el chico moreno es más fuerte que el chico castaño. But yes, who knows on the inside? Excelente. Muy bien, chicos. We're about to finish. Let's see the next one. Okay, I like this one. Comer vegetales es tan como comer frutas. Three options. Comer vegetales es tan mejor como comer frutas. Comer vegetales es tan bueno como comer frutas. Comer vegetales es tan deliciosa como comer frutas. So what do you guys think? A, B, or C? And type down your answers. Let me see what you think. Comer vegetales es tan mejor como comer frutas. Comer vegetales es tan bueno como comer frutas. O comer vegetales es tan deliciosa como comer frutas. So, find your structure. We have that tan and como. So you know that we're talking about an equality, right? So it's saying that eating vegetables is as eating fruits. So what are we looking for here? Carrie says bueno, okay? And Jim says bueno. And good news, ding, 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 that is our answer. Comer vegetales es tan bueno como comer frutas. So in this case, it's bueno. Remember, like we said, that bueno is an irregular comparative, but it only happens when it is a superiority. For equality and inferiority, we will still use bueno. Very good, Tom. Bueno, utilizando el adjetivo bueno. Excelente. Seguimos. Okay, the last one. Let's see. Correcto o incorrecto. La gastronomía mexicana es tan deliciosa que la comida china. La gastronomía mexicana es tan deliciosa que la comida china. What do you guys think? Is this correct? Is this incorrect? If it is incorrect, if you think it is incorrect, what is the answer? What is the correction you would make? We have la gastronomía mexicana es tan deliciosa que la comida china. So we have Jim is saying is incorrecto. Kerry is betting for incorrecto también. It is incorrecto. That is correct. And we have some corrections here. Good. Tom is saying tan deliciosa como. And that is really good. And Jim, tan deliciosa como. And ding, 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 that is our answer, guys. That is that que, that pronoun que shouldn't be there. And we have to change it for la gastronomía mexicana es tan deliciosa como la gastronomía china. Muy, muy bien. Excelente. Tenemos todas nuestras frases. Muy, muy buen trabajo, chicos. Thank you. Thank you for your participation. That was really good. As you can see, adjectives and comparatives is not that complicated when you know the structure. I would encourage you to keep practicing, to keep producing sentences. What is tricky, I will say again, is the adjectives, that agreement between the subject and the adjectives. Sometimes we pass them by and we forget actually to do it. So thank you, as I said, for coming and for participating. I will leave you a link if you are new in these videos, in these live sessions, so you can check our free trials. We have free trials coming in 2 weeks, so you can come and say hi, ask any questions you have about what we do, about our lessons. So Also, if you wish to send me a message, I'm always online, I'm always checking. So please do, if you have any suggestions, of course, about lessons, about something that you would like to revise or practice, we're here for you. So please do send your messages. Right. So that will be all for tonight. I wish you a lovely Sunday, and I will see you on our next lesson. Bye, guys. Have a lovely, lovely day. See you.